Hi, this is TJ with Piano Clubhouse. Today I'm going to show you Spiritual by Donald Lawrence. It's in the key of A minor or C. Both scales are relative to each other. There are no sharps or flats in either of those scales. C scale, A scale. Okay, so let's get started with the introduction. That run with both left hand and right hand, A, G, E, D, C. And what we're working with here, let me back up and just educate you a little bit. This is the pentatonic scale. It's basically just five notes. That's why it's called pentatonic. That prefix penta just means five. So the 5 notes in the pentatonic scale is the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth notes of the scale. So we're just going down the pentatonic scale from A, G, and then E, D, C. These are the only 5 notes that are in this run. And we're just doing it in this octave and this octave, and watch how we do it. A, G, E, D, C. Skip down to A, and then we're going to skip this G, and then end it with E, D. Okay? So down all 5 notes here. Bum, 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 bum. And then we only do 3 the next time. A, E, D. Okay? Uh-oh. Okay? With both hands. Now, what we're going to do instead, we need to free up our right hand, because as soon as we get to this bottom D, we need to actually have a chord playing in the right hand. So, as soon as we get about halfway through this run with both hands, your right hand's going to let up while your left hand finishes off the run, and your right hand's going to get set up to play your first chord at the end of the run, which as soon as the left hand hits this D, the right hand's going to hit this chord right here, C, E, F, and A. This is an F major 7th chord. C, E, F, and A. Okay? So let me do it slowly and show you how we're going to break this apart. Uh-oh. Okay? So right when I got to this A, that's when I shifted my right hand from this A up to that F major 7th, and I let my left hand finish off the run. One more time. Okay. Okay. So that's the introduction. I'm gonna show you the basics of this progression that's coming up, and then I'll show you how to embellish it a little bit more. But first of all, let's just get you started out with the basics. The right hand is just going to have 2 primary, what I call landing chords, where you're just gonna sit on that chord, and you're just gonna sit on it and land on it, while your left hand's doing some runs, some fancy runs, and then you're just gonna, the other landing chord is boom, this chord, B, D, E, and G. So we were here, this is our first chord. To go to the second chord, all you do is lift up, just shift these over to the left, 1 white key, to B, D, E, and G, okay? This is an E minor 7th. Okay, so this is the first landing chord, C, E, F, A. Second landing chord is B, D, E, and G. Okay? Okay, see how that works in now? I'll show you the left hand in a minute. I'll show you the left hand and that run in a little bit. I wanted to first just show you how these 2 chords in the right hand, You're just going back and forth between these two, while the left hand's going to be doing a lot of the work. And again, we'll embellish this right hand a little bit more because there's a few more chords that you can kind of stick in between these landing chords. And I'll show you those in a minute, but let's get you set up with just the basics first. So the left hand. Let's do the introduction again. The pattern for the left hand is boom, then boom, boom. And actually, let's break it down to even its more basic. D is the first note. Then let's go down to A. Just D and A are the primary notes. Then D. One more time. And you see how my right hand is going back and forth between these two. When the left hand's on D, right hand's on this first landing chord. When it's on A, we're on the second one, okay? So that's the bare basics of what's going on here. Now we're going to funk it up a little bit. Let's start with the left hand. Now, once we hit that first chord, bum, bum, you can kind of bounce between D and C. Just go down a note of the scale. Now go to A and bounce to G. Same thing to D. And A. Now, let's funk it up just a little bit more. Going down to the G, E, C, G, A, A. There, E, flip the E flat to E, G, G, A, E, G, G, A. So instead of landing right on D, go C, D, D. So that's the left hand. Let me give you some right hand fillers. So we've got the basic two chords for the right hand. So after you hit this first landing chord, there's a couple of fills in here where what we're going to do is shift this right hand up to leave this A and F, lift these two up and just push D. So we're on a D minor chord. Press this, shift down white keys to C major, and then back up to D. So it'll sound like this. Okay, boom, boom, do about that fast. And then that's our second landing chord. Now the filler here is A minor, G major, A minor, A, C, E, G, B, D, and back. That's your second landing chord, and then do the fillers. Okay, always land on your landing chord, and then jump up and do the filler. And you can do this here, or do it here. That's the entire verse. Let's take it to the bridge.